Shout out to all 3 of my subscribers. You the best. I should get one of those teeth whitening kits. There, that's better. I need like a serious deep tissue massage. And I get a trip to the Bahamas and a personal trainer. Hey. And I need more face mask. I did my first face mask the other day, like a face peel, one of those black masks. And it was actually really nice, but I did not realize that I was that hair. Like, I knew I had like some hair. I knew I had some hair. But I didn't realize I was that hairy. Like, you can't see it now, but I had makeup on yesterday. And you can see my video I posted yesterday too. It was after I took it all off. And like, I had to scrub and like use like so many chemicals to get my skin clean and get all the makeup off. And then I had to like cake on coconut oil to try to save it. And it's still, I mean, it's soft today, but I'm worried about it. I know I'm gonna break out because I just did so many rude things to my skin yesterday. But yeah, when I had the makeup on, I realized that I'm hairy right here. And like, I don't have like polycystic ovarian syndrome. I don't think I have endometriosis. I could, but I mean, for the most part, my hormones are pretty good, except for my thyroid. So my hairiness is most likely due to anorexia. Don't starve yourself, ladies, unless you want to be a hairy, gross pile of grossness. Or men. I mean, I guess men could do it too. Men do. Yeah, men do have anorexia. But I think it's not as common because of the different role sets. Like, men are encouraged to be a little more husky than women, I think. I mean, I can't think of an instance growing up where somebody was like, wow, you need to not eat as much, man. Like, guys are encouraged to, like, wolf it down, and women are supposed to eat, like, salads. Like, look, don't get me wrong. I am a woman who loves salad, but I also really like meat and healthy portion sizes. And by, like, healthy, I mean, like, hearty. Like, right now I'm cutting back on calories, and I've cut out as much carbohydrates as possible, while still keeping it consistent for my blood sugar. I cut down on sugars. I'm on day 4 of that diet. I also, just across the board for future reference, always low sodium. Always, always. And I use either sea salt or Himalayan pink. But I don't use regular table salt because that shit's nasty and it's bad for you. So I'm doing this new diet. And to start with, I'm doing it in different rings, and I've decided the first one, I'll take a page out of the Atkins book and increase my protein, which will come in handy because I'm super chunky. You don't notice, I'm a chunk. So the increase of protein will help mobilize my fat into muscle, that conversion. You know, that's what they say. Look at the sun. And that's my goal. I want to be the healthiest version of me, which means getting the chunk turned into more muscle or off my body. I'm just waiting for marijuana to be legalized in Iowa because I know that is very beneficial in weight loss. If you don't believe me, check out the science. It's good stuff. Like, you can use it, yeah, to increase your appetite, but the science behind why it increases your appetite can also be utilized to decrease your weight. You see it? All my hair in the wind.
Hey guys, how you doing? Playing some Minecraft? Would you like to see me do a video?
Thumbs up if you want to see Rue do some videos. I'm thinking about giving her her own channel. I think she could do it. It'd be fun. Because she's going to be, fingers crossed, she's going to be enrolled in online classes next year. And you're like, what? I wanted to homeschool her because she's very artistic, not autistic. Not that there's anything wrong with autism. Everybody's unique, and we need to embrace that. But she's a very artsy kid, and the regular public school system is not geared towards that. They're geared towards kids who are shy and they're not geared towards strong personalities per se. You know what I mean? Like, if you are the type of kid who learns better through anything art related, public school's never gonna suit you, and you know that. Anybody, you know, if you've ever been artsy, if you're an artsy kid, then you know right off that public school is not beneficial for you. And the more creative you are, the harder time you're gonna have. So we decided to homeschool her, but then I found a happy medium, which is an online public school. And I don't know anybody who's done it. I've never done it myself. I had cousins who were homeschooled for religious reasons. Like, that's fine. You're entitled to that. It's a topic for a whole other time. Anyway, I had cousins. They were homeschooled because I'll just go into it. My male cousin, they were very into Christianity when the kids were in school. We'll go there. And the one, it's something to do with, he didn't get along with a coach over something. And it was, anyway, so a coach had yelled at him, and then, well, look at this one over here. And his parents had a serious issue with it, so they just pulled him out of public school and then homeschooled him. And they did a Christian version of that. They homeschooled out of a Christian-based teachings. And that's, you're entitled to that. But I'm not doing that. We're going to do a public online school. And not that I have anything against Christianity. I grew up in a very Christian area. It's just that I don't believe in forcing any kind of religious view onto my children. So, when they ask about any kind of religion, I tell them about it. I tell them what they want to know. But I'm not going to send them to Sunday school. I'm not going to ask them to worship any specific God, because it's not my place to tell them what they should believe in. Just like it's not my place to circumcise my son, because that's his body. That's not my body, and it's not my job to mutilate him without his say-so. Like, if he wants to get his foreskin removed when he's an adult, or even my ponytail's completely falling out, or even 14. Let's go with 14. And he's 14 and he's like, yo, Mom, I want to get my foreskin removed. Cool, man. We can do that. I have no issue with that. We can pay for it. And they'll give you some good drugs. It'll be great. But until then, I don't think anybody should circumcise their kid. I don't. Not for religious reasons. You don't do it. Because, yeah, you gave birth to that, but that's not your body. So you need to respect their body. Just like my daughter never got her ears pierced. She's going to be 6, and if she wants to get her ears pierced, which she's brought it up, and I said, all right, if you want it done, when your birthday rolls around, we'll get it done. And then I just told her, because I have piercings. Like, I don't think I'm going to let her get face piercings or my son get face piercings until they're older, and I'll explain to them why, which is very simple. It's, I got this done when I was 17, and it was center then, but I wasn't done growing. And it's still, you can't tell unless I point it out, but it's not center now. It's just a little off. And like the same with my ear piercings, I have old holes in my ears from when I was a year old and they pierced my ears. And now, see the second hole here? That was the first hole. And the second hole here, that was the first hole. Well, they were centered when I was a baby, but as I grew, now they're no longer centered, so I re-pierced it, so I have 4 here. But this one, if I do that second hole again, it's gonna look weird.
Wait, when you were a baby, you pierced your ears?
When I was a baby, my parents pierced my ears without my say-so. And I know it hurt because I have lots of piercings. I know, it's crazy, right? But that was the thing you did back in the 90s. You pierced your little girl's ears. I still catch parents doing it. I'm like, no. And they're like, it's fine. And I'm like, it's not about that. You poked a hole into your baby's body that wasn't originally there, and it wasn't even medically necessary because you felt they needed that. That's not acceptable. That's like saying that everybody has to be a Christian because you're a Christian. Anyway, I digress. I was talking about schooling. We won't find out until June if she got into the school, and I really hope she did, because then that means that it's 5 hours of schooling a day, and I think you get to pick what time that you do it. I hope so, because I want her to start at 10. And I want her to start at 10 because she does better. I can wake her up at 8. We can have breakfast. I can cook a good, healthy breakfast. She can have time to wake up. We can watch some cartoons, whatever. And then she can do her stuff online. And I think that's a better option because she is a night owl. And people are like, oh, you have to get them on a schedule. Okay, but let me give this a logical breakdown to you. Do you know how many jobs they have at night? Do you know how many? It's a lot. There's a lot of places you can work a night shift, which starts in the afternoon. So you don't even have to be up early for that. So why do you have to be up at 7 o'clock or earlier to get to school at 8? Shh. You don't have to. That's not preparing you for the world. That's just trying to make it convenient for everybody else, but it's not really that convenient, and they could give you less school hours. They could start school at 10. But if we do that, blah, 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 people always make excuses rather than trying new stuff. Things need to be rejudged. I don't like the public school system. I really don't like the teachers here. I have never seen teachers that are so subpar in my entire life. And I went to a couple different schools, okay? They're bad here. Well, oh, I'm running on 12 minutes. I've been rambling. So, and then she also, if all goes well, is going to start gymnastics or ballet. She hasn't decided yet. And then my son, he will never go to public school. He'll be online schooling. Hopefully it goes well. I cannot send him to public school. He is too sweet. He is too gentle. And those kids will eat him alive. And I'm not going to do that to him because I was that kind of kid. And it made me, it had some adverse effects, okay? But I did, speaking of, I'm going to backtrack. Speaking of being hairy, I got my hard wax beads in. Now I have to get, because I didn't think about it. I was like, ooh, I want these, so I ordered them. And then I didn't think about the fact that I need a pot to, because I have, I already have a wax kit, a soft wax kit. And I just need to get more strips for that. So I'm going to wax my face. Because we're supposedly Italian, and Italians are hairy. That's what I've been told, so. But I'm going to try the hard wax and the soft wax. But the melting pot is, you can get one between 30 to 50 bucks. And I'll let you guys know what I get. And for the soft wax, I just need more sticks and strips. And that I can get for like 10 bucks. And it's not too expensive. It's actually really easy. And that's a hemp wax, so it's really good for your skin. Pretty soon I can do cosmetology. Yeah, I was like, cosmetic doesn't sound right. I can do cosmetology at home. For people, for free, because I didn't go to school for it. So, hit me up.